Hi, it's part 2. Last time we spoke about the foundation of negotiation. What is negotiation? And how to navigate to the chessboard and understand all the possible moves. We also spoke about how to not get fooled by someone who is trying to manipulate you or just cheat on you. If you haven't checked that video, I highly recommend you to check that first before watching this, because now we'll have the foundation already. And this time we'll cover the win-win situation, how to create that win-win situation and why. And then we'll check why everything is negotiable and how to negotiate on things that maybe you thought earlier that they are not negotiable. And one more thing will be phone negotiation, calling. How are we going to do that? And what is the pros and cons of that? First, I want to start with the win-win situation. That's the end goal, the ultimate goal of negotiation. When my needs are fulfilled and your needs are fulfilled. And we'll have unique needs. We'll just have to figure out those. And that is all of it. That's it. Very simple. Mutual satisfaction. But how we're going to do it is building trust. First of all, we want to build trust. The game plan for building trust is going to be the right tone. Friendly, relaxed tone. And we want to make both of the parties agree on something. And it's easiest to make that happen by agreeing on the ends. So, just an example, I'll just come up from my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very, very nice to see you all today. And I'm sure that we all can agree that we want to make a fair and reasonable deal that works the best for both of us. That is a way to make people agree that, well, we are here to make the deal fair. And then they'll trust you more. So make them agree on the ends. And it's more difficult to make people agree on the means because there could be many, many things to make the ends work, actually. So it's more about the ends. And okay, so when they tell you information, you want to be very understanding. If they say, well, we are having difficulties with this thing, and you want to be understanding, you want to understand, oh, I empathize that and stuff. And you want to understand their information, deeply, what they are up to. And then you want to meet the needs that they want. What they want, you want to meet them with your offer. And later, you want to use their ideas. What are their ideas? You want to say something along the lines of, well, yeah, we should absolutely do this because of what they said already. And people will more often agree if it's their idea already. And you want to transform the relationship to collaboration. You want to also discuss about the future plans. Okay, we make this plan, but what about the future? And you want to give it the ambience of long-term collaboration. And that is a good thing. And of course, you want to take risk. Always take risk. And then you want to get his help or the knowledge. How can they help you? What they know, the knowledge. And one thing, it's not here. One thing is in negotiation, there's always process stage and there is formal stage. When it's formal, when the negotiation is starting now and we are negotiating. Now it's formal, right? In the process stage, people are usually less serious. They are more relaxed. So in that stage, you should figure out the information and stuff, the dynamics. That is the moment when you want to figure out those. And in the formal, you want to make the formal also more relaxed than it doesn't have to be that serious. And then gaining commitment of others. So there's a team of 5 people that we are negotiating. There's a team of 5 people over here too. We are negotiating. And there is the boss who is kind of a little bit against us. So what I want to do, I want to make the team members of his team to agree with us. Very simple. And then he will more likely agree with us. If most of the team will already agree with you, but they don't have the authority, that'll work better than every one of them already disagreeing with you. Managing opposition. To build a win-win situation, you have to manage that opposition. And there's 2 types of opposition. The first one is idea opponents. So someone disagrees with your idea. They don't disagree with you personally. It's just the idea that they disagree with. So what do you want to do? You want to express your views, how you see the thing. Or maybe even before that, you want to figure out why. What is the reason that they are the idea opponent? Most often there's like 3 reasons, or one of the 3 reasons. First one could be experience. They have different experience about that thing. So that's why they disagree. And you can solve that opponent once you know the reason. And then the second one could be role. For example, we are negotiating and we think that we are the good guys and they're the bad, and they think the same but opposite way. They think that they are good and we are bad. So you want to disarm that stuff, like, oh, we are both good and we are doing good for the humanity. Or third one could be they have different information. That's like very simple. And you want to figure out what is that information that they have and how can we negotiate about this information. And then we come to the second part, which is very, very serious actually. This is something that you want to avoid at all cost. And it's visceral opponents. Someone who disagrees with you personally. And that is a bad thing. That is a very difficult thing to disarm. And there's many reasons to that happen. But usually it's something that you did to them that made them lose their face. Like public embarrassment, for example. And that is it's really hurts the ego. So you made them lose their face or hurted their ego publicly, which is more bad than doing it private. So how to avoid it is protect that person, right? Their ego, and never judge others. You shouldn't judge others' motives or actions, because this is the case. You cannot know why someone is doing this thing. You cannot know their motives. You cannot know it. So you shouldn't judge their motives because you cannot know why they are doing it like this. And instead you're saying, you did wrong. You should say, I feel this way. Examples could be, your data analysis is all wrong. How does that feel in you? Not very good, right? Your data analysis is all wrong. It's all wrong. Hurts the ego, right? Instead, you should say, I must look data analysis differently than you, I feel. And this is like true. We do look the data differently because I see it differently. I don't see it as you see it. But this is the way of saying it without triggering their ego. So always avoid of getting those visceral opponents because they are maybe not even aware of it. You hurt them, and then where you are in a group setting, they just disagree more with you, they smile less to you, they say less hi to you, they care less about you, that is something that you don't want to do, right? So you want to avoid that at all costs. Then, attitude, your ego. So in the first part I said, the worst person you can negotiate for is yourself. Because you care so much about yourself. I care so much about myself. And how to disarm that is going to be, will I die if this all goes wrong? The answer is nope, so I'm okay. And understand that, okay, this is not that serious. It's not that serious, okay? Your attitude matters a lot. At the last, so most of the time you have to compromise something. And want to note out that compromising is not a collaboration. It doesn't mean that. It's a different thing. You need to compromise a little bit so that the other party also will compromise. And then you'll find that fill those unique needs, that is the aim over here. One example of this would be like things are not equal. People don't want equal things. I have 2 sliced potatoes here. The father has only 1 potato, and the kids want the potato. So what does he do? Slice it half. Slice it in half, right? It's 2 potatoes. Gives to the kids, and then the kids are still dissatisfied. Why is that? Well, the father didn't know that another kid wants the inside part of the potato, and another kid wants the outside part. They like different things. So you want to figure out those unique needs, fulfill them. And most often, actually, it's about behavior. How do you behave? Are you respectful, polite? Do you show that you care about the other person? That is mostly, like in many cases, that's a much more important thing than the money. So that will play a huge part. You want to show respect. You want to be friendly. Acting and what do you say? When both of the parties feel somewhat dissatisfied, that's usually a good deal. When both of the parties are a little bit dissatisfied. And then, it's a mutual satisfaction because we are aiming to do long-term deals and stuff. Next one is going to be calling. How to do that? What are the pros and cons? First one is there will be more misunderstandings because you won't be able to see that person. There's a non-verbal communication is a huge part of human communication. So you kind of know fully what they feel, how they behave. Second one is it's easier to say no in the phone because you don't see the person. It's just a voice. It's easy to say no. Third one is it's quick. That is a good thing. It's very quick. You don't have to plan, travel, and wait, and then meet. That you have to do when you call. You have to just meet. And then you also have to get back if you're meeting them in person. But in many cases, meeting in person is also a good choice. And fourth is more competitive. They'll have less time. They're in a kind of hurry, always doing something when you call them. Okay. And then they'll have less information about you. So it's going to be even more easy to say no because they'll know less about you. They care less about you. They'll have less time to talk with you. And it's going to be a greater risk because if you are unprepared and someone calls to you that is very prepared for that, you will be the one who's making mistakes. And then it's more likely that the win-lose situation will happen in that phone call if you are not prepared. But you can always say that, okay, let's talk about this later and stuff. And delay the call and say, I'll call you back if you're not prepared enough. It's always the caller's advantage when they're calling. And when you are negotiating, the things that you want to do is, first one is be the caller, the one who calls. and then be prepared for the call. And how will you prepare? Is know your needs, what do you want, and what are their needs, what they want. Then you want to have checklist of points to cover. What points I want to cover, okay? Have the relevant facts at hand. You want to have those facts right there, okay? Yes, check, facts. And then once everything of that is ready, you're ready to call, you want to dry run that in your mind. Okay, I'm going to say this and then this, okay? And concentrate and have no distraction. You want to concentrate. Okay, when they're speaking, you want to concentrate and listen. Have no distraction. No YouTube video playing or something while you have that important call. Don't do it. Summarize what agreed upon at the end of the call and define the responsibility for follow-up action. You want to tell, okay, well, we agreed on this and this is the way we're going to follow this up and what will happen next. And a couple more points about this is going to be you want to have a calculator, maybe your phone, very next to you, like when you're negotiating a price or something. And the references, why you think this is the price we should pay and stuff. And the last points about calling is the pen is mightier than a pat and promise. So this means you are going to make a summary of that call, write it down and send them an email, what you agreed upon. And that is not just on the air, that is a real thing then when that's written down. And when you write that down, you can make sure that, okay, I agreed on this and this and this, and thus this is how I see it. It's a very good thing. And then we're coming to the last points of this negotiation book. And one thing I want to mention is always make things personal. When you're negotiating, you are not negotiating on someone's behalf. Well, you say, okay, I work with this company, but I'm Casper, and make it personal. So, how can we make things happen in the world by negotiating? I want to walk you through a situation where we imagine that, okay, we have booked a hotel in New York, we arrived there, and the receptionist says, oh, sorry, we are full. And you say, oh, but I have my booking, right? And they say, yes, but we just got full. And you say, well, I have my booking. And then I can say something like, okay, I can call the next hotel and make you a room there. And then that's going to price you, of course. It's going to be, you have to pay for that. And then you want to say, no, let's calm down. And you have the conference room, right? You can put a mattress there, and I can sleep there, no problem. And then they say, yeah, but I cannot choose about that, okay? And then you say, oh, yes, can I please talk to your manager? Manager comes, you discuss with them. You could say things like, well, what if the president arrived? Will you have a room then? And they'll say, of course. And you'll when you get more information, you will think, okay, they have suite. They have suites. And you say, oh, okay. I booked a room here and now I don't have my room. So you should give me that suite, right? Isn't that right? And you want to figure out the values and stuff during the way. It's very difficult to kind of teach this stuff. But it's like trial and error. You have to try these things. Okay, they say, yes, we have suites, but it's going to be more expensive. But then you say, okay, but I paid this room already. And you have to give me that suite for half the price, right? Because I don't have anywhere to sleep. Or you put me to the conference room and you put the air mattress there. Okay? And you want to be like firm. Stand your ground. Like a rock. You want to be polite and confident. You don't want to like shout anything, because then you'll get nothing. You want to cooperate with them. And you want to come up with solutions, ideas, how to make this thing happen. And if they say that, yeah, I can't choose that. And then you ask, oh, yes, you want to climb up the hierarchy to talk with someone who can make the decision. And that person will come. You want to make it personal. I'm Casper and I feel very tired and stuff. And well, I didn't sleep well last night. Personal. And then you want to do everything that is appropriate. So don't be like a monkey, but do what is appropriate to do. Whatever it is appropriate, do it. And then move up, as I said already, yes. And in your mind, the mindset you want to have, yes, it is possible. If you go to a one price store and you want to buy this phone, you have it with you, and then you see this has a scratch. And then you say, oh, it has this scratch. Or you buy sunglasses. Let's go with sunglasses. One more thing is like you buy sunglasses, right? And then you buy them and okay. And then you see there's a scratch. And then you say to the person that works there that, well, there's this scratch right there. And they say, yeah, that's the only model we have. So yeah, then I say, okay, but I will not pay full price for this because it's not the quality that is like a new. And then they say, yeah, you have to pay. And they say, no, I don't have to, because this is not a new anymore. This is a little bit broken. It has a scratch. And then they'll say, yeah, but we don't have anything else and you have to pay. But you'll say, okay, well, I don't buy it then. And then like they'll come from the back room with the sunglasses that doesn't have any scratch. Or you won't get the price. Always think, okay, it's possible. It is possible. And someone will make it possible. You climb up the hierarchy, someone will have the power to make that decision, the last shot. That's it.